Right now we are in the island of Hydra, enjoying the beautiful views of this port town, and I'm so excited to explore a little bit more of this gorgeous island that was known as the retreat for some of the most famous artists from North America, like Leonard Cohen, Allen Ginsberg, and the list goes on. Henry Miller has been here. Many other famous artists have been right here. And I'm so excited to explore this island that's only about an hour and a half ferry ride away from Piracy, which is the port of Athens. And I explored already two different parts. We went that opposite way towards the beautiful beaches, and we saw a little bit more of the area that Leonard Cohen actually resided in. But today we're going to go the opposite way towards the fortifications. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist. Let me know where you're watching from. Welcome everyone, nice to see you here. Marianne says, how's the beach? It was rough. It was not calming at all, and I did not want to stay. So right now we are in the beautiful port of Hydra. The town has a very unique name in this gorgeous island. I would love for people to guess, because the name is so unique, so interesting, entrenched in years of mythology. It is Hydra Port. Yep, that's the name. It's mostly commonly referred to as Hydra Port. And this is the famous area of cafes. You would have found Leonard Cohen here back in the 1960s, maybe having a cool discussion with Allen Ginsberg and other beatnik poets that used to hang out with Ginsberg as well. Count Cohen was here with his longtime lover, ended up being his muse throughout those years. So put yourself in that scene. 1960s would have been very different. Greece wasn't really that touristy back then. This was really out of the way. So it's a long way from North America. Now, service is a bit shaky here in the town. Pardon. Service is a bit shaky here in the old town. And then the Prism Live Studio is having some technical issues. So pardon any lagginess. And hopefully the service will sustain as we're walking around. It's pretty quiet here in the middle of the day, like many Greek islands. People take a break in the middle of the day. Donald, nice to see you here. Welcome, Susie. Welcome, Lorraine. Welcome, Irene. Welcome, the other Lorraine as well. Nice to see you here. Lorraine from Australia and Lorraine from New York. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Susie. Look at the boats right over here. Pericles the pigeon decided to join us on this adventure. And Bob is right behind him. He decided to come over, took a flight. Did beatniks wear turtlenecks in Greece? Susie, that is an excellent question. I don't know what is Greek winter wear. The thing that I have stereotypically in my mind of men in Greece during the winter is kind of those blue sweaters with a roll neck, not a full turtleneck, not like all the way up here, but like a slight roll down here. That's what I have in my head. I'm not entirely sure if that's accurately the Greek winter wear. I'm not sure if men still wear that type of kind of bluish, I think it's like a cotton blend sweaters, not full wool like it would be in North America or the UK. Let me clean my lens. Love the color, says Brigitte. Yeah, it is. Gorgeous colors. I gotta clean my lens. There we go. It's cool to be in a place where artists resided here. So many cool artists. I was reading the journal, I said this in the previous live stream, of Allen Ginsberg, 1961. He wrote in his journal, of all this magnificent beauty, the thing that he ran away with the most was just a random dude sitting right by the harbor side, and he described them in very salacious detail. So salacious, I wouldn't read it here on a live stream. gorgeous clock tower. Hello, Nicole. Of course, like in every Greek island, there's souvenir shops everywhere. But unlike other parts of the world, other parts of Europe specifically where I've been to, souvenir shops can get rather low quality, not so interesting, not too many, too commercial. This is the case in New York. It's cool to get yourself the typical New York souvenirs, but after you spend more time in New York, you realize all the souvenirs are basically the same. Here in Greece, there's quite a nice variety of different souvenirs. So I do like the souvenir shops here. I haven't bought too many myself personally, but I do like them. And great postcards too. So the entire harbor is in this crescent shape, and it's built in an amphitheater style, the town, similar to Ivdelos and Ikaria. Also, Agios Kyrikos was built this way. Naxos had a similar vibe as well, where the hill goes up and the streets go higher. Now, no motorized vehicles are allowed here in Hydra, aka Hydra. And it has maintained the sanctity of this place. I can easily imagine being an artist here. Well, I am an artist, but I'm only spending here a day trip. I can imagine being here for much longer and really deeply getting inspired. Now, the entire island is very interesting because it's very rocky. It's basically just all mountainous in the center. Not crazy mountains like Ikaria, where we went to earlier, or Naxos, where the mountains were pretty high. But it's hard to traverse inside. There's not really too many settlements inside. Hydra really only has 2 major settlements. The population is under 2,000 people. So almost everyone lives in this port area. And everything is within walking distance. And it's cool, you have this sense of peace being here without any cars. I love it, you know, because as opposed to Paros, which I stopped by on the day trip from Naxos, it was so crowded. Now, this is a great time. Oh my God, this is perfect timing. There's only one vehicle that is actually allowed on the island of Hydra. What vehicle do you think it is, ladies and gentlemen? Ludo says, can you visit the tower? There is terrible cell phone reception at that tower. I don't think you could go up to it, but there's terrible cell phone reception into these streets. I wish I could show you a little bit more further into the town, but I tried. I walked around, saw what was good reception or not. Terrible cell phone reception. So, the only vehicle that is allowed in Hydra, the only time we would see a car. Not electric bikes are allowed here, no motorcycles, no scooters, nothing motorized except garbage collection. Garbage trucks are the only ones allowed. And it's like mandated by law. And I love the look of this. The look, as I mentioned also in the previous live stream, I'll repeat a few things, is, to me, it feels more of what you saw in Mamma Mia 1 and 2. Because Mamma Mia was filmed in another island called Skopelos, and a different island also starts with the S. But this also has that similar vibe. Different from the Cyclades, which is very white and blue buildings. Here you have a little bit more color. Kay says, are cop cars not allowed? I don't think there are cop cars. I don't think there are ambulances either. I think if there's an emergency, donkey it is. Ladies and gentlemen. Wendy says, it's so pretty for romantic walks. It is. It is very pretty for romantic walks. And of course, the residents like to nap right in the middle of the street. It reminds me of the cat Nicola, who I have fond memories in Agios Kyrikos in Ikaria. So the history of this island is very interesting, because I went to Nafplio and watched my short video about Ioannis Kapodistrias. Ioannis Kapodistrias was the first major head of state of modern Greece after the revolution of 1821. However, he was shot and killed because the chieftain of Mani and his family were pissed off that they didn't pay back. They weren't paid back after all the money they poured into the revolution. Ioannis didn't pay back a lot of these smaller islands and villages and tribes and smaller governmental bodies within Greece. And one of them also was the island of Hydra. He didn't pay back the island of Hydra. So the Hydriots, I'm not sure how to call them, they were pissed off that Ioannis Kapodristias did not pay them back. But who were the Hydriots? The Hydriots were not your typical Greeks. They actually only started speaking Greek all the way until like about the 1800s. And oh my, okay. Let's interrupt this conversation for a demonstration of how the streets are cleaned. Wow. Back on that cobblestone, that's amazing. Miss Lob, thank you so much. Island states is a better way of saying it. Thank you. Maria says I wouldn't want that job. Wendy says have a horse ride. I'm not sure if they're open for horse rides. I've seen them carry luggage. I don't see them being open for a horse ride. Why donkey, says Janice. Oh, because they're very... I think because they're a bit smaller, a little bit easier to maintain. These animals of burden, I think they can carry more load than your typical horse, but I'm not an expert in animals, so if anyone knows why donkeys are used. Do they use horse transportation? That's Lorraine. I think they do, yes, but I'm not sure if it's open to tourists. But there's not really much transportation to be had. The two forms of transportation aside from horses is also water taxi.
I've seen you before.
Huh?
Are you on YouTube?
I am, yeah.
Very funny. What's your name?
Ariel.
And that's it?
Yeah. Oh, you've seen me before.
Where else have you been? What other islands?
I've been to a lot of islands. Naxos,
Yeah.
Mykonos, Paros. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you face.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Do you live in Greece?
No, I don't live in Greece. I'm from New York.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I thought
So, what, you travel a lot then?
I do,
Do
yeah.
you make money out of it?
I do, yeah.
No, please don't ask him that much.
I'm actually on live video right now.
So sweet.
Yeah. Have a fun vacation. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have a good day. I don't think they're hardcore fans. They probably just bumped into one of my videos just scrolling by, but yeah. They bumped into one of my videos from the Greek islands. And they sounded Australian, I think. I couldn't quite tell. Wow. So the previous live stream we were really on that other side. And Meta says, it looks like the donkeys need water. I wonder if they're parched. Well, of course, I assume they're kept well hydrated in Hydra. It's good to be hydrated in Hydra. So they didn't even speak Greek here until about the 1800s. The main language was a form of Albanian because it was Albanian, a part of Albania where there were refugees and a few families actually came over here and settled in Hydra. And they also settled in some of the nearby islands. So Albanian was the main language all the way till the 1800s. And even when it came to the actual revolution of Greece, they were still speaking Albanian. And even one of the wartime presidents was of Albanian heritage, which is fascinating because there seems to be a lot of, in my comments, of people, Albanians claiming a lot of Greek history. Now I can see why. Albanians had a very big role in the Greek independence movement because the Hydriots and a few of the other nearby islands that were also Albanian heritage, they actually provided many of the ships that were needed to win that Greek revolution. So here's the many cafes. They're very popular. And which is the one that's super popular? I think it might be this one. Yeah. Wow, these mountains are pretty tall. Since there's no cars, this is like perfect hiking area. You can hike in peace without worrying about being run over by a car. Hey, Susie says, my brother-in-law was Albanian. May he rest in peace. Oh, my condolences to your brother-in-law. Yeah, Albanian, a lot of Albanians end up moving to New York as well. Some of them end up, a lot of them end up opening Italian-American restaurants in New York City. Hey, Heidi says, I love your videos. Oh, I miss Greece. We're just there in August, says Haiti. Haiti, yeah. Oh yeah. Greece is amazing. I'm glad you end up visiting. Look at this hotel, Hotel Dauphine. Imagine staying in this hotel right here. Would you stay in this hotel? Right in front of the harbor side. Let's take a closer look at these souvenir shops. Wendy's saving her pennies up. Wendy, do save your pennies up. It's worth coming here. I don't think there's there's most likely not an airport here, but if you come over to Athens, it's so close to Athens, you'll be able to take a ferry ride. My ferry ended up costing about 48 euro, which is a bit expensive. It's a bit steep, but if you do have the budget, it is a worth it day trip. I am truly stunned. I did not expect to enjoy Hydra this much. Wow. These are impressive buildings for a Greek island. John says, what is the urbanist lore behind all the bananas? Well, John, for that we have to go back many centuries ago when the very first edible banana was found deep in the jungles of Southeast Asia. According to legend, one of my long lost ancestors, Vera, who was a pirate of the Caribbean, ventured over to Southeast Asia, shipwrecked because he was lost at sea after a battle with the English in the Caribbean. Somehow he went down around the island of Fire in Argentina, close to the Antarctic, past some cannibal islands, and landed ashore onto Southeast Asia. And there he found the banana. With this revelation, he brought the banana back to the island of Puerto Rico. To be continued. You'll learn more about that history at some point. Here's the area for the ferries. There. Almo says it's closely related to Seinfeld humor. Hey, I'm addicted to Seinfeld at the moment. What are you referring to, Almo? Jan says, I had Albanian friends in high school. Ooh, cool. Louis says, Hydra has some curiosities with the name. It sure refers to the water, although it doesn't seem to have a lot of water inside the island. Yeah, the island is dry. It's dry. There's some vegetation, but you can't really grow anything here. It's pretty hostile to any type of agriculture. And also, apparently there were water wells, but they have been dried up for a long time. to the point where Hydra was dependent on importing water or bringing in water from other parts of Greece. Until very recently, they figured it out. So why call after water? And then, does it have any association with the mythological creature? I don't know. Nick says the banana story is great. Funny, both of my grandfather and uncle were in the banana at night, which is awesome, like at 7 p.m. Really cool museum. They don't allow any photo or video. They have signs everywhere saying no photo or video. I have no idea, but they have some really cool artifacts of history. Clothes, weapons, things used in home, old maps of Greece as well, of Hydra. It's amazing. Great museum, costs €5. Upstairs they have like a book area where I saw a signed copy of Allen Ginsberg's Howl, which was amazing, and they had other signed copies as well from prominent authors that were here. Ooh, an anchor. And again, one of the few. Oh, there are. Okay, so there is one more vehicle that is allowed in Hydra. We're learning something every day. These are fire trucks. 2 vehicles are allowed in Hydra. The garbage trucks and the ones to put out a fire. Wendy says, sneak us in. I'll do my best. Ooh, who's this statue? The statue over here. Let's check it out. So a lot of the clothing also is very Albanian. And wow, look at this. How's the post delivered? Well, they're connected by boats here, so I assume the post. And this is basically the only settlement. There's houses scattered throughout the coast, but they're all, you can technically walk to them with donkey. So I assume the post might be delivered by donkey for the few houses that are a little bit further out in the coast. Wow. Stunning. So do they have hospitals? Janet? Needed, not to be confused with Paros. I think Poros has a little bit more robust infrastructure. Yeah, bad service on the once I go inside. Once I go in on the inside, there's terrible cell phone reception. Oleg says, Pastafarianism is obsolete. Or true urbanists go and worship the holy banana. Indeed. Oh, here's the fire department. Hydra was the 9-headed guardian of the underworld, slain by Hercules. Indeed it was. So a few people asked me about the beach. How was the beach? The beach I visited in part 2 of these live stream series in Hydra. The water was nice, but it was really rough and very rocky, and it gets deep very quickly. So I did not feel safe there. So I did not like it. I stayed there for maybe a good 15 minutes. I enjoyed my time there and kept on going. Wow. Now I know why so many artists have come here and been so inspired. It's just the beauty of it all. It's easy to inspire. Also, the fact that it's sunny most of the year. Hey, Miss Lob says, are we anywhere near Leonard Cohen's house? This Hydra exploration, we were closer to Leonard Cohen, I think. Hey, Oleg says, be careful in these stormy waters. You might be shipwrecked in Albania. More and more travel content creators are visiting Albania, so I wonder how it is. Teresa says, I love your live streams. It makes me feel like I'm there. Yeah, I'm so glad you do. Whoa. Alma says, bet golden hour is different. Yeah, it must be gorgeous here in golden hour. Okay, Google, play golden hour. Alexa, play the song Golden Hour. So it seems like this was one of the more famous ship captains that helped during the Revolution of 1821. But I'm speculating. I'm not 100% sure. Well, it looks like him. Hey, Tongo! Tongo, what a view! Tongo is a gorgeous view indeed. Tongo, we have similar views in Puerto Rico, which is awesome. Tongo is an amazing tour guide, content creator for Puerto Rico, featured. Fire in the hole! So these Albanians, they say that they have come as early as the 1400s, but most historians agree that was more closer to the 1600s. At first, they didn't do too much. They weren't professionals, they weren't skilled laborers apparently. So they end up taking upon the art of piracy. As they were in these high seas, robbing different ships, taking booty and loot, they end up becoming extremely rich. So rich that they wanted to go legit. So they decided to become merchants and start building upon these houses and these mansions. They end up getting very rich from being merchants. And that's when this island really took off and became a very well fortified island as we see here. Ah, that's a cool shot. Whoa. Let's see if I can. Whew, this wind is crazy. Holy shit. Oh my god, I don't even want. I was gonna put my camera down to take a selfie, but no, ain't taking that risk. Crazy windy. It's crazy windy. I mean, crazy windy over here. I don't know how this cat is doing it. My hair is already wind-swept by being up here. Hey, Ludo, thank you so much. Ludo says that the statue is A. Meowlus. Meowlus. I don't know how to pronounce that too well. Hey, Tongo says, much love. Hey, Tongo, thank you so much for tuning in. Susie says, I have no idea what my Alexa was playing. If it was playing a piano song, that is the right song. All right, let's see what's around this fort on the lower level. Come here, boy. Come here. Wendy asks, is there any stray puppies? No, no stray dogs. Stray dogs are very rare in Greece. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what's the difference in policy. Stray dogs is more common in Turkey, and also you see them a lot in Sicily. Oleg says the cat doesn't understand doggy language. I know. Let's see. Meow. 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 No. I don't know how to speak cat. I wish I knew how to speak cat. Oleg says wrong accent, indeed. Stephanie says there's plenty of stray dogs, but you have to go more to the countryside where they're more loose. Oh yeah. And in the Peloponnese, I did see more stray dogs. Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. So more stray dogs in the countrysides. Whoa. Eesh. So much wind. Wow. All I need is a weatherman jacket and a little microphone holder to say, conditions are terrible, do not leave your home under any costs. Avoid all activities. Whew. She was What time is it in Greece? It's about like 5:30, 5:36. Oh, what's happening down there? That's nowhere. There's no place to play with a kid. Oh, yeesh. I hope that kid does not fly off. What have you had for food there, says Susan. I had like some eggs and bacon for brunch. Just when I came off the ferry. There's a little bit of food. Nothing too interesting. Some places are a bit pricey. They're New York prices. Or more in line with Mykonos. So watch out when you're on those waterfront restaurants. Uh-oh, someone's breaking the law by having the car. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Whoa, what is that? Oh my. Susie says, no squid? Yeah, you can buy some squid if you want. You can buy squid, octopus, giant praying mantis, stingrays, jellyfish. Well-kept houses, says Ludo. Yeah, I agree. Miss Lob says, what the actual F? This is an art piece, this sculpture. And then there's another one down there. Let's check that one out. This one's by a very famous artist. Sir, you got us. Oh, people actually believe me. That's funny. Nope, no child is being harmed in this live stream. Huh. Oh, look at that. Chemtrails. Okay, I think we're in the windy area of the island. No wonder that sculpture is down there. Let me know if you like chemtrails. Lots of chemtrails here. Wow. That's fascinating. Let me know who this artist is. Teresa says, this looks dangerous for birds. Indeed. You will like and subscribe. You like and subscribe every time. Urbanist is your favorite YouTube channel. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, Urbanist, and breathe out, my favorite YouTube channel. Breathe in, I love. Breathe out, giving Urbanist all the likes. Breathe in, I will. Breathe out, become a patron on patreon.com/Urbanist. Urbanist is the best. There's no better YouTube channel than Urbanist. Breathe in, breathe out. Now open your eyes. and continue on with your day. There's a place called here the Slaughterhouse. Whoa, it's pretty dark. Ludo says it's Jeff Koons. Ah, thank you. Jeff Koons. Quick, call the police, everyone. Is breaking the law. He's using a bicycle. Go. All right, I gotta catch my ferry soon, so I gotta go back. Let me know if you want to join me on the journey back. Just like Bilbo Baggins, there and back again. An urbanist tale. Let me know. Do you want to join me back to port? I think there was only a piece. There might have, that direction might be the area where they have, forgot his name, Shululi. I've seen so many Shululi in my life. I don't need to see more. Susie says, I'm still hypnotized. Indeed. Okay, Google, play Hypnotize by Biggie Smalls. Alexa, play Hypnotize by Notorious B.I.G. All right, let's go back. Back where we came from. MPD says, I love Greece. So glad you do. Spent 10 days in Santorini. Wow, you spent quite a long time in Santorini. That's amazing. Longer than most people do. One thing Grecians need to do is spray and neuter the cats. Oh no, too many of them. No, I disagree, but let me know why you think there's too many cats. Janice says, glass sculpture in that win? Yeah, there's like a Chululi somewhere around here. I'm not sure where it is. Have you gotten rid of the ring yet? Says Oleg. I'm going to Mount Doom soon to get rid of the ring. I heard it's in the middle of Greece. Matt says, going to work. See you next time. No, don't go, Matt. We need you here. Matt, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. What time is my ferry? 7:30. I got a little bit of time. However, with the ferries, I don't want to take a risk. I think it's the last ferry of the night. I don't think there's a ferry after that. There might be one like at 11 or something. But yeah, I never take a risk with the ferry. Especially when it's a place where you can't grab a taxi in, like in an emergency. You have to like walk. Oh my God, we have a car. What is this? This is destroying all my illusions of this being a beautiful car-free haven, and now we are met with a vehicle within our sights. This is the garbage truck. Don't do it. Don't let it go of the child. Don't do it. What did the kid ever do to you? Leslie says, we took the ferry here also. Yeah, that's the only way of coming here. Unless if you come via swimming. It'd be very difficult to do with these waves. Imagine swimming that. Miss Lob says, are we doubling back up past Chihuly? I unfortunately don't know what Chihuly is. So I don't know. It might be a little bit further out, but I don't know how long it is. And I'd rather not take the risk. But this was a nice walk through Hydra. Let's see if we can see a little bit more in the port town. Let me see. Let me show you maybe one of the cafes a little bit closer. Wendy says, can we have just a cocktail or like 5 of them? I'll do my best. Hey, Ludo says, is that the mainland? I think we can see the Peloponnese, though I don't know which one is the Peloponnese. I wish I had myself oriented. You can always check Google Maps. I only have one phone on me. So I don't know which one's the Peloponnese, which one's Poros, which one's that other island, Dakos, I think they're the Dokos. So there's a few islands we're surrounded by, and also we're right by the Peloponnese. Hey, Oleg says it's not a bad idea to spend the night at the beach streaming a philosophical chat under the stars. Indeed, it's not. Though this is only a day trip for me. It's not always too difficult to be spontaneous. If you have the budget for it, you can always stay at a place for a day more. So I've heard many times from people I've met here in Greece, they've traveled from island to island without planning hotels. So, and they have generally found lodging very last minute. Wow. There's almost a splash zone. That's so beautiful. Wow. Oh, this guy understands me. He speaks my accent. Hey, Ron, nice to see you here. Chris says it's postcard perfect. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, it is postcard perfect. I agree. You finally got to experience the water. Was worried it might not happen. Happy for you, says Sam. Oh yeah, a lot. I experienced Naxos, Gofonicia. Where else did I go to the beach? Actually, that was only the two places I went to the beach. But Naxos, I went to the beach quite a lot because I stayed there for almost a week. And then I went to the beach here. I went to the beach at least once in Nicaria as well. This also looks very similar to Icaria. Looks similar to Agios Kyrikos, but more buildings. Leslie says all the cats made me sad. Hey, no, why? They're well taken care of. All the cats are very clean. They're living good lives. You don't need to feel sad for the cats. Cats are animals. They can take care of themselves, and they do. And I especially here, but I've seen all around Greece, cats living long lives. Chris says, there's something about crashing waves that lowers blood pressure. Yes. Indeed it does. Until the waves rise and rise and rise and rise to the point where it raises your blood pressure because you are about to be consumed in a tsunami. But yes, I do know what you mean. Nicole says, an island without cars is cat heaven. Oh, yes, it is. Hey, area code says, how are you enjoying the landscape of Hydra? Yes, I'm loving it. Have I had a pastry here? No, not tried pastry here. I just had some scrambled eggs with bacon at one of the cafes called Pirates Cafe and the Freddo Espresso Schietto. I could go for one more coffee. Very little sleep. I ended up going out very late night yesterday. Saw amazing with a new friend and a person who's going to appear on my documentary series in terms of music, Log Out. Had pizza with him and his friends, and it was amazing. And I ended up sleeping at 4 a.m. and I ended up waking up at 7 a.m. So I am running on very little sleep. And with this wind and the waves and the calming, soothing, carless soundscape, I'm feeling very calm, and almost so much so that I feel like taking a nap. I just might do that. Find a nice bench, lie at the bench, wake up crazy tanned. Oh, this is Isalos. This is the famous cafe. So this is the famous cafe that everyone knows, Isalos. I think associated with a few of the artists coming here.